We're just doing some praise.
Cool. Yeah, I have one to do one.
All right. I think we could start to wrap it up and get started with intentions and distractions if you guys want. I can start. Today this morning I'm feeling a little tired, but nothing too crazy. I didn't sleep super well, but intentions for the call is to brainstorm on some new initiatives, and I don't really have any distractions. There's some city noise around me. Other than that, I'm good. And I will pass it over to Kotabe. Oh, never mind. It looks like Kotabe is deafened, so maybe I'll pass it to Franco.
Thank you, Ash. GM, everyone. I'm feeling good. A little bit cold, but I have my tea here, so it's all good. Intentions for the call: just catching up with everything that's going on, see where I can give my support, and no distractions at the moment. And I'll pass it to Tropical Mango.
Hey, thanks, Franco. Yeah, feeling good. I'm here to catch up, see how I can help, and my intention is to keep going with all the stuff I'm working on. I will pass it to Corey.
Hey, thanks. I'm doing pretty good. My focus for the call is to sync up on the agenda, take note of any crossover with comms, and I don't have any distractions at the moment. Really, was just taking a look at the Giveth Twitter. I'll pass it to Jake.
Thanks, Corey. Intentions for the call: just kind of listen up. Feeling a little drained, getting towards the end of the day and battling a little bit of a head cold. Distractions I guess that's also how I'm feeling. So you can double down on that. And I'll pass it to Alman.
Thank you, Jake. I'm feeling also a little bit tired because it was a pretty intense weekend. My intentions for the goal are several intentions. First, get some feedback from the team around the recent events that we have been having. Share a message for you to invite your friends to our new workshop. Share about what the communities team have been talking with Miguel around a new collaboration with Giveth, and I will leave it there. And no distractions. I'm going to pass it to Giant King.
GM, I'm just trying to catch up. I had one interest, but I can't find the Notion tab at the moment. So I'm trying to open up the office at the same time. Those also my distractions, obviously. And I'll probably have to jump off here any moment. So I don't know who's next. I think my
I'm sorry, I didn't catch who you said, but maybe we could pass it to Nicola.
Yeah, why not? Thank you. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm feeling great. I spent my morning doing laundry, which is a big deal in Costa Rica, if you don't know. So I'm feeling great, ready to sync up with you. My intentions for the call are, besides syncing up, also maybe just bounce some of my thoughts around gravity, evolution within our community with you guys first. And no distractions at the moment. Ready to have a good time with you today. And I was last one.
No, I'm here.
No.
I'm here.
Hey,
Oh, Katabe.
Yay. So, hey everyone. I am feeling energized, and my intentions for the call are to stay in the loop. Hopefully, talk a little bit about this fleet partnership. And also talk about something that I've been doing behind the curtain, which is supporting Spanish-speaking projects and hopefully bring them to Giveth. And I have no distractions at the moment. And let's see, someone, there another person here. Pass it to Miguel.
GM intentions, I want to share with you guys about the partnership of Sea of Hearts with Giveth to explore more projects and collaborations and new spaces on the radio show and distractions. I just woke up, so I'm a little bit like dispersed. And yeah, back to you, Ashley.
And I think I saw Claire. Yeah, Claire, did you want to take it? I think you're the last one.
Hi, yeah, I can take it. I'm feeling good. It's a little bit cold here, but I'm drinking tea with you, Franco. I've got no specific intention for the call apart from to remind everyone that it's the last chance now to review and give feedback on the project survey. We're hoping to get it into the type form over the next couple of days. I don't have any distractions. And I am the last one, aren't I, Ashley? Sending it back to you.
Yeah, you are. Cool. Thanks. Well, welcome. I think everything on the agenda or everything in check-ins is reflected on the agenda below. We can first take a look at the upcoming events. As you can see, our calendar is starting to get like a little more sparse with events as we get closer into the holidays and people start taking some time away from the space. I think we're going to also just take some empty space with our events. but we do have this next Twitter space coming up about the Giveth House, and this is with Griff and Franco. It's happening tomorrow, and it's like 1 hour. It's before the AMA, right? It's after the AMA?
Yeah, it's after because Griff's agenda, just because Griff's agenda, basically.
Okay, cool. And then December 7th, we have this like Pimp Your Project. Danny Bell's gonna do a workshop kind of showing how to create a project as well as like make a really nice project that's going to attract donors. And so we want to invite as many project owners or interested project owners as possible. I know Katabe, you mentioned wanting to bring on some projects in Latin America, so maybe this is a great place for them to come. We will have, I mean, you can Almond, you plan to come and be there with Danny, right? Like you'll be participating in the facilitation a bit?
Well, I was willing because I really want to empower Danny to organize and facilitate the workshop as she feels best. I was willing to sync with her in our today meeting. So, but sure, I can support, but I will really want for her to tell us what she will like to have as a dynamic for the workshop.
Yeah, and I know we have our think about it later today. I was curious more so like if Katabe were to bring in some of the Spanish speaking projects that he's talking about, would you be willing to help translate, or maybe we could have somebody
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So let's keep that in mind that if we know of any people who have been wanting to make projects lately or need some help, then this is the place to direct them to. And yeah, here we have some text that you can use to share with your communities that Almond wrote. Did you want to say more about this, Almond?
Sure. So, as Ashley was saying, this is going to be a really cool workshop. A lot of projects, or a lot of actually project owners, reach out to me asking, how can I get my project to stand out? How can I get more donations? So basically, this workshop is meant for project owners to pimp their projects and get more engagement and get a broader community. So yeah, I'm going to paste this text that I wrote for you in the chat. And then would be great if you could just think in some people that maybe they don't have a project in Giveth yet, but they're maybe they will be interested in having their projects here and so on. And it would be really cool if you could just share with them and invite them and tell them also to invite the people that they think this could be cool to have. So yeah, basically that, and please share with everyone. Spread the word.
Thanks, Almond. It makes it so easy whenever there's something to just copy and paste. And I mean, you can kind of like personalize it a bit, but having that makes it really easy to just reach out to lots of people, at least for me. And then still waiting, we're thinking December 14th for Give Power workshop stuff. It's still kind of like to be confirmed depending on the launch, but that's kind of that we're shooting for. So keep an eye out for more information there. Am I missing any events that should be on here?
No, not. We're having discussions on maybe a little bit more projects regarding the like good vibes with these bear markets and so on, but that's not confirmed yet. So that's it.
All right, cool. Well, we've got everything at least for the next week, so I feel pretty good. And then I want to make sure that we take some time in this call, first of all, to talk about this forum for impact investing that's going to be happening. That Katabe, there's a forum post. I thought I linked the forum post. I'll link the forum post. Did you want to talk about this a little bit, Katabe?
Yeah. Well, that there's like really good information there already. A lot of 600 people going to the event. About 1/3 are impact investors. The other 2/3 are feel related to the impact space, impact makers, or organizations that are supporting them. I updated the forum with some of the feedback that I got from Corey, from Ashley. I put there the links of the flea, the sponsorship deck, both a link to the drive and an image with kind of like just very high level information of what each one has and the costs. And yeah, just if you have any ideas, please put them in there. I think that it will be uh, there are a lot of how we can get creative with this. So all ideas are welcome. Tropical Mango and Jake especially have shown interest for this and for brainstorming about how to best um, take advantage of this opportunity. And I don't know, maybe if you agree, we could take maybe 5-10 minutes here right now, just to discuss about directives on how to best take advantage of this opportunity. Um, so if someone is not has not was not in the governance call and has not been able to read it, basically, I met the organizer of this event, and she is very interested on having some NFTs and donation on the event, and now I'm sort of advising um, her. And there is a big opportunity for Giveth to suggest some things that can be done. And so what I'm saying on the forum post is one thing that we can do is just, since she wanted to have donations, I said, well, why don't they get donations through Giveth? And the thing that we could do is that they send a communication to the people that are going to the event, where we have like they said, like something like, hey, we partner up with Giveth to support some projects in the region that are doing amazing things. And then we have a really easy call to action so that we can try to onboard them pre-event. This is one idea. The other idea is to onboard them on the event. Most likely, we are going to have a space for a talk at the event. And so I think one thing that will be really cool is to show the results of the either donations that they're doing or the interaction that they're having um, in the talk, and even, for example, hopefully that they can engage with Give Power and other things, and even Budget Box at some point. But the whole idea is how to capture these attendees that are in the space of impact, but are not Web3, and we have to make it like super easy. And one of the challenges is that it is the same days that it's Denver, but I think that there is a really good opportunity. So really, I would really like to hear more opinions, more thoughts on what do you think that maybe should be done, what do you think that maybe it shouldn't be done right now or later on the on the forum too.
Yeah, I think that this is a wonderful opportunity, and I think that I was looking at the sponsorship opportunities, and I don't know necessarily like what our budget is looking like as far as that goes. I see that Griff made a comment in here about wanting to make an effort beforehand to onboard projects that this audience wants to support. So I also made a note in the agenda because I think that's kind of a community effort to like reach out to projects and help them get onboarded. So I made sure to make a note of that here. The other thing I'm curious is, have you had anybody else express interest in joining you in person at this event, or are you going to be the only representative from Giveth that will be there?
I am only bringing it up now. I hope I'm not the only one representing Giveth. I think that at least, well, Bridges is in the area and she will be interested. She lives in Merida. The event is in Merida, Yucatan. And I don't know if Mateo will plan to go to East Denver or like he's also in the area. Of course, Salmon is in Mexico too. And even if people are not in Mexico or the region, like please, if you have some interest, just also DM me or mention it. I think we have a thread in Discord and also like in there in the forum post because it will be really helpful. I don't know. We are probably going to get at least one ticket, maybe hopefully two or more. I don't know how many more, and each ticket is also 1K. So, but yeah, but showing interest goes a long way also for our presence at the event.
Yeah. And then with the sponsorship, do we get tickets if we were to do a sponsorship?
Yeah, each sponsorship, like so, the 3 day. You, uh, look, the 15K gives you 3 tickets, the 30K gives you 5 tickets, 50K 7, and 75K 10 tickets.
I got you. Okay. Well, it's something to keep in mind, and I think that it's good to know what our bandwidth is for resources there because we'll have a lot more potential to be able to do something more impactful, I think, if we have more people representing. But like if it's just you and one other person, like maybe we can't do something as big. I don't know. Just thinking of the resources that we'll have available there.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in this call who is interested in maybe going? For me, I filled out my application for Youth Denver and I offered to like participate to create like an decentralized impact space for community and stuff. So I think I'm already I haven't like committed to that, but I think that kind of already I'm committed to Youth Denver at this point.
Yeah, same here. If I go.
Yeah, I told Kotabe if I was on that side of the world and it wasn't so difficult, I would be there because this is right up my lane. But it's just a long travel.
Yeah. All right, well, let's keep it in mind and see if other people. You said you were thinking of doing some sort of like scavenger hunt. It was like a scavenger hunt for things, and then maybe doing some sort of like a talk. Those were the main ideas that you had come up with, other than like the donation matching thing. Is there anybody in this call that has like some maybe fun ideas or ways that we could onboard non-Web3 users?
Yeah, I mean, you can always create some sort of a game like who's gonna complete these 3 tasks, like create your MetaMask wallet, create your account on Giveth, donate to a project,
Oops,
and you
sorry.
win this or that, or something like that. I mean, that was fun in Barcelona when we did this kind of interactive, rewarding game with people. Just can be more like running or like working through the crowds and, offering that game. That's just an idea.
Yeah. Hello. I know.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. I was actually. Yeah. I think that's how kind of like I want to manage the scavenger hunt. Like you created your wallet. That's great. Like here's a POAP that you win a POAP. You donated to Giveth. That's amazing. Here's a POAP and having kind of like this. Well, I don't know. Maybe scavenger hunt is not the right word for it, but I really like this way of Really like breaking everything into very small baby steps and rewarding the people that are taking these steps. I really like it. Thanks, Nicola.
Yeah, I think baby steps are super important for new users.
Just an observation at ETH Barcelona, I saw a lot of booths doing that where they were like, create a wallet and get a free t-shirt or something. I think something, if we're gonna do multiple steps, like, okay, create your profile, now make a donation, now tweet about it, whatever, we should have some signage so that it's like very visible and easy to follow. Because I know Doing Good was kind of giving out like little leaflets, but I saw a lot of those just on the ground. So I think if we include it as part of the booth, like here's what you can win and make it really big, then that'll be easier than having to remind people, okay, step 2 is this, step 3 is that. Does anybody know how successful the campaign was I wasn't part of Giveth back then for ETH Barcelona, but how successful that initiative was to get people to do steps and get rewards. And I know Doing Good had like a little bit of a scavenger hunt. Does anybody know how, like, if the results were good from those
It was
types
so
of
awesome.
questions?
Ashley, do you remember the numbers? Do you remember how many new people we onboarded?
No, I guess we could probably go off of how many shirts we had, which was probably like 100 or so. I could find out though. I mean, over those days we could there's a dashboard now, right? We could plug in the dates and see how many new donations were made, but that would be the only way we could go off of it, like new unique donors.
Mango, it was super successful. The booth was full all the time. People had such a great time, like coming, spending time with Giveth because we had such an awesome setup and yes,
Yeah,
vibes
and
and
I'm
everything.
curious, like,
Yeah.
what do you mean by successful, Tropical Mango?
Like for how much foot traffic we had and how many of those people actually, it's an estimate, right? It's not like we have like a ticker counting each person coming to the booth, but say, oh, okay, we probably had 500 visits and, we probably had about 100 donations, just something to kind of have an idea of, did it work or was it like 500 people came to the booth and 2 people donated? Like, just to have an idea, because then we could if it worked, we could do it again this time, but maybe just improve it with like the signage or better prizes or whatever. But like always trying to keep an idea of how successful like the promo was.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to judge the success rate of the East Barcelona one because we gave people money for free and showed them how to donate and then gave them a shirt. So it's like we could count how many people came and got these free prizes, but I think like how many of those people stuck around or came back, it would really be a measurement for success. And I'm not sure how we could capture that data, but it's, yeah.
Another thing that's coming to mind that I remember that many people had really a lot of fun playing was, and including you, Ashley, if you remember this game about the guide and you were just like going around and collecting those IDs of other people. I don't remember what exactly was the game about, but it was just like you were supposed to just connect with as many people as possible. And so maybe for this time, something combined, and I mean, something that like feels like inspiration for me when I'm hearing all of this could be just bring
I lost her. Did you guys lose her too, or is it just me?
Yeah, no, I lost
No,
her too.
us too.
Okay. Well, I think we've captured some good things here in the notes. I think that also we can put some more information in the forum post. I'm interested to explore the sponsorship options because I mean, even if it's I want to look at it a little bit more and see if maybe it's actually worth it for us to be able to sponsor it.
Yeah, and also for this, again, as you said, might be important to see uh, who might be interested in coming. Because if we
Exactly.
want to sponsor, we want to have a large presence.
I think so too, yeah. It will kind of depend off that. So let's get a temperature check. Honestly, though, like I almost have this feeling that this event is more important than ETH Denver in a way. Just because I feel like it's a potential to tap into a whole nother audience that we don't usually talk to. It's great for us to go to ETH conferences and show our project to other builders. And like, of course, there's going to be investors and people there, but like it feels like this event has a lot of potential um, to make a bigger impact with, yeah, reach some audiences that we don't normally talk to.
I think so too. I will use the idea that also has been brought by Tropical Mango, Jake, Ashley, and I'll do a brainstorming session to kind of like pin down these in a more detailed way to move it forward. And if anyone is interested, also like just DM me to do this brainstorming session. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And I did link the forum post in here too, so you should be able to find all the links. All right, next brainstorming session. We have been talking a bit with Miguel about doing more of a collaboration with the Sea of Hertz radio show, maybe doing some bi-weekly shows or something that's similar kind of to the Twitter spaces that we're doing currently, but in Spanish and engaging more of our Spanish speaking community. And with the Give Power launch coming up, it seems like that would be like a great pilot. So I put this on the agenda and we just wanted to maybe like talk and brainstorm around some different ideas of what we can do here. I don't know if Miguel, if you wanted to speak to this, or Almond, or somebody wanted to maybe also say something.
Yeah, like only to be all in touch here. Like the Sea of Hearts mission always has been on board and bring new people. In this case, artists, music bands to the space. Since I've been doing this show like almost a year ago, I have onboarded mm, like 20 bands, I think. And and right now, like I want to change a little mm, the way that I do this. Before I do it in one hive. Right now, I'm trying to change, and with this, a lot of ideas have coming to me, and one of these ideas is having a bi-weekly show. One show, like the first week, have a show with two projects in Spanish of verified projects, and interview it like a 1 hour simple show with a little of music just to separate one interview from other. But the second show I want to do is having someone of the Latin American community of Giveth, maybe Almond and Kotabe, talking about these kind of themes, like Ashley said. The first hour, and the second hour I want to do live streams of music, like live music, here in my study. So that's this idea. I think no one is doing these right now, like news and live music. I think it's very benefit, like for Sea of Hertz and for Giveth to do this partnership. It's like the idea, the only the super that only the like the superficie of these ideas. So I wanna share it with you to see what you guys think and what else do you think we can do to do this more attractive.
Only the
And
tip of the iceberg.
yeah, just to compliment really quick on that before hearing all of your thoughts and ideas. Um, Basically, Miguel has a Web3 and music radio show that's called Sea of Hertz. Giveth has a partnership with Sea of Hertz right now, in which Miguel is finding and interviewing Spanish speakers, Web3 project owners. And we've been having conversations that it would be cool to make not only these interviews with Giveth, but to extend the collaboration, as Miguel already counts with the infrastructure for this to happen, and he's also friend of the Giveth community. At first, I thought that maybe Nicola or Danivel could make interviews with project owners, and then Ashley came with this idea that maybe we could extend the Spanish collaboration and prepare something that is in Spanish as well, and just like to follow this same line, and yeah, that's kind of like the context of how this came up.
That sounds very interesting. I would like to know how are you promoting the content? Um, who is watching or hearing uh, Sea of Hertz, and what's the intended audience, and how are you kind of like reaching them?
Okay, sure. Um, we have a new like a new multi broadcast function that I think no one is using it, at least in the space yet. So I have a whole team, animation guy. I have a stream guy also, and okay, the way that we're gonna do this is like we're gonna stream from Discord through YouTube and also to Twitter. So the audience we want to reach and we can reach is the like Sea of Hertz is my record label. Sea of Hertz already exists before I entered the space, and the audience is the from the music part is to like bring these bands to the space, and also make something to the artist to share the tweet, because it's only a tweet with a video, and you share it and you can get like whatever you want. So also we can do it in Twitch, we can do it in a lot of parts at the same time. So this audience is we can like boost it with the artist, with a retweet, with the Giveth retweet also. I can maybe pull up some retweets from One Hive or from TC or Web3 accounts. So yeah.
I think that it will be very interesting. Um, so I right now I'm supporting some projects that I met lately, and for them, like being in Discord, it's already a barrier. Um, and they are more focused on in the ground action than fundraising and technology and being in Discord and all these things. And it will, but maybe these topics could interest them. We just need to, yeah, find a way to make it easy for them to find it. But I think that for this proposal to achieve its maximum impact, um, it should be like if it's streamed on Twitter, it will be good that it's streamed on Giveth's Twitter or YouTube channel. And so Spanish speaking community like Cheo or like other people that have shown interest but sometimes have a language barrier can access it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's my most excited. I'm most excited about this opportunity is like I've been looking even, Claire has been pulling some data into Orbit, and I was just looking yesterday, and like our Latin American community is growing a lot actually, and the people connecting to our DApp. We're about to release the application in other languages and globalization, so it makes sense to start to have these avenues and channels. And a lot of our team speaks Spanish, so it seems to make sense, and I think this is a great opportunity to reach some people in that community and create kind of some bonds and nourish those.
Yeah, and there's a reason about why on Discord, and it's because for me is the easiest way to make the stream, because we are not counting right now with having audience on Discord. We just we're just making on Discord right now these shows because it's an easy way to stream to the other platforms like Twitter and YouTube or also Twitch with the multi-broadcast software. So it's like I don't know how to say it, like the idea, but it's only the place to stream. But yeah, also we always have a little bit of audience. Mm. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
was gonna say, how many people usually tune in each week?
Since we change from Discord to Twitter with the broadcast, we have in Twitter we have like 60 people to 70 people per show. At least
Cool.
from the Sea of Herds Twitter. I think if give a retweet, it also counts like separately the views.
Yeah. Well, even in our Twitter spaces, I think we've been averaging like 40 to 50 usually. So it's right on par with like the numbers at least that we're receiving, even on our English speaking channels.
Yeah, but it's different. Uh, it's not a space. It's like a tweet that has a live video with animation.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, you can give it a look if you enter also to the give it Twitter or the Sea of Hertz Twitter or One Hype or someone that has given a retweet. So maybe you can understand better what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there anybody else on the call that had like questions or maybe some ideas of what we could use this time for with the radio show or anything that I should capture to the notes?
Yeah, I really think that this is a great opportunity as Giveth is already making some products around conversations. So we have the Give Talks, as you mentioned, and we're working to upload the Twitter Spaces into Spotify in a podcast format. We're working with Griff's podcast as well. That is going to be the same format that Miguel is doing. So basically a broadcast in video. through Twitter. And this can be also a complement to these two products that are already kind of like in place, mostly. So I really think that it would be cool, Ash, if we put a doodle out there and jump in a hacking session to get some ideas of frequency, if maybe we can achieve to have, if Miguel's team can, of course, and is available to have bi-weekly sessions, which time, which topics, how can we link this to Giveth, and just build this collaboration in place with the other efforts that are already happening or going to happen. So maybe it would be really cool to put a doodle and make a hacking session around this with Miguel and the team that want to be part of this too.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then from there, maybe we can create like a forum post with some more details, some more like clarity around, like you said, frequency and things like this. And I can make that doodle poll.
I agree,
then,
and I think. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I agree, and I think one thing that we do have, like when we were talking also with Popline about all of this, one thing that I really love that she always brought to the table is who is the intended audience and how are you bringing value to the intended audience and how are you putting the content in front of them. So I think that we need to pay attention to who will hear this, how will it be valuable, and why will they do it, and yeah, start from there so that it gets it gets the audience that it is intended to.
The hook here is my artists are gonna listen to the Giveth part, at least in this show, in this like news section. My artist is gonna hear the Giveth part, and the all the Giveth community that already have Giveth are gonna listen to my music. So it's gonna be like an internship of yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, cross pollination. I think
Yeah.
I think that's cool, but I think I don't know. Still, I will argue that it will be good to try to go further than just reaching our like cross pollinate our communities, like make content that will be desirable also for general audience, like a specific niche of general audience or something like that. But we can talk more about it on a brainstorming session.
Yeah, let's create a session. I'll make a doodle and we can get everybody together and kind of get aligned on some of these finer details. And I think it's important to take that stuff into consideration as well. We've got 10 minutes left and let's try to get through some more stuff here. The project survey, basically we put it into a document so it's ready for review QA. And once it's been reviewed by 2 people and given the thumbs up, I'll copy and paste it into the type form and that will be out by the end of the week. So you can see the Google Doc here if you still have feedback or it's your last chance to get in there and add any feedback or questions that you want to add at this moment. Please leave just comments maybe. That would be nice. And did you want to say anything more about it, Claire?
Only that when it goes out, we'll need some help on social media just to spread the word around. The survey is there for completing.
Cool. All right, we can
Is
create. Go ahead.
Is there already a link for the Q&A for seeing it in type form?
The thing about Yeah, the thing is, if I put it in type form and then there's no way to leave comments or review it in type form, you know? So then I have to go back and forth from the document to change everything as people do it. So it's best to just like when it's in its finalized form, then I'll put it in type form and you guys can go through and test the flow and test the logic and stuff and make sure it makes sense. And we can make small changes if we want, but it's just easiest that way to have it completely ready and then just port it over. Otherwise, I have to make changes in both places every time there's a fix.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay. And then events feedback. Almond, this was something you added, right?
Yeah, really quick. So could you, in this couple of minutes that are left, if Ashley agrees, share some feedback of why maybe it's hard for you to attend to these events that we have been doing recently, meaning Meet the Makers, meaning the last one around verification process. So if someone wants to just share why for you maybe it's hard to attend. It can be overlapping. I know that there's a call that overlaps at the time that we've been doing these events. Also, I know that there have been team members that actually have been attending, like Claire, and Nicola, of course. So yeah, if you could just like share why it's hard for you to attend. It can also be maybe that the topic is something that you already know, so maybe you're not interested in attending, so that's totally valuable. It's just for us, the community's team, to improve the events and maybe just like consider all the things that are hard for you to attend or are blockers for you to attend, and just to keep improving in the events creation, get more people in and to be more successful. So yeah, if you feel better writing in the chat or saying why it's hard, or are you not attending, that could be really cool.
Mine's pretty simple. Just logistically, sometimes it's pretty late at night. I try to join as many as I can, but yeah, sometimes if you're doing it at 10 or 11 o'clock in the evening, I just can't check in that late sometimes.
Yeah, on
Thank
my
you. Yeah.
side, I really
Yeah.
like the format. I am, for example, right now I have downloaded the tokenomics session on my phone and I will hear it. Partly is because I have a call at that time, but also I'm trying to be more focused, not to spread thin. And so sometimes I already going to a lot of calls, but I think that the way that you're right now, I don't have any specific feedback. If I have, I'll share it. But I think so far from the so it feels really good.
I'm similar to Katabe too. Like there's already so many meetings and things to get to that I feel like I want to prioritize like, you know, getting the work done. So what I actually did this trick this morning too with the tokenomics. I just put it, you know, kind of like when I had a free moment that I could put it like a podcast, because I felt like I could squeeze it in where normally I might not be able to squeeze it in. I did attend the tokenomics session, but I thought actually, I already did that one. I was listening to the one with Griff and like the bankless one, you know, the it's a super long interview, like 2 hours. So I thought I'll just put it on like a podcast. So I guess that's kind of one of the reasons too for me is figuring out what the really important ones to attend are. Yeah, but it's a really good initiative.
Cool. Capture some things. Thank you guys so much for that feedback. And if you have any more, feel free to add it here or put it in the chat or even just message one of us if you want. That's fine and we can add it. it's nice to know these things so that we can kind of structure them or keep it in mind going forward, so that more people can attend from our team. You know, it's nice to have our community in our community events. It's cool to have audience too, but it's also nice to make it accessible. And then we just have a few minutes left. I want to make sure we get to touch on gravity stuff that Nicola had talked about in her check-in. Did you want to use these last few minutes to talk about something for gravity, Nicola? Nope, she's not here anymore. Okay. Well, I guess maybe we'll have to wait. Which of these other topics do you think we should spend our last few minutes on? I think the podcast is still in the works. What are we doing with test? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Forget about it. Sorry, yes. Someone came and my dog is making a lot of noise. Sorry.
Franco, have we thought any more about this opportunity that came up for you during East Gathering for this university course?
Not the university one, but I've been talking to the people from Punk Domains, and yeah, they have like a pretty interesting proposal about. I think I showed it to you like on a link. Let me just see if I can get it somewhere.
Yeah, I like that one, and I know we have them scheduled for January for the community call, but I was curious about this other one. If we wanted to move forward on this, if we chose to, is there a date or like a deadline by which we would need to communicate with them?
I haven't reached out to him, but I'll do it like this week. I was trying to focus on the other one first, but now that the other one is set, I will work on this one now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it'd be nice to get some more information about like what it would entail or what they would need from us, and maybe we can bring it to the community.
Yeah, I'll get on it.
And just knowing by when they would need that by would be helpful.
I'll get on it this week.
I guess we just have one more minute left, so I don't know that we have enough time to really get into anything unless somebody has something burning. But as normal, we have these CTA section down here, call to action. We're trying to get more voices in this project ranking forum post. Give Power comes out and we develop this new system for ranking projects, and I mean the budget box thing is in there as well. So if you have feedback or ideas around any of these things, please leave it here. And it was good to see you guys today. I like these kind of like brainstorming sessions and being able to be creative with you all.